a lot of different ways to cut it. We've used rotary jigs, skill saws, jigsaws. Nothing works as well as the chisel. And this is why we like the wide one, in that as you come down the planking, if you have a narrow one, it wants to hop out. But you got a wide one that stays there where you want it. Also, it's a big chisel, it's sharp. It's really one of the safer tools I have because it is big. It means that both your hands are on the tool behind the blade. So the only way I can hurt myself is to turn around and fall on this. As long as you're pushing it away from you, there's nothing to hurt. Split it off. As you do this rough cut, keep in mind that the line we want to end up with is going to be plumb and straight end to end. So if you watch the back of your chisel and try to visualize that plumb, it's good practice to work your way back to where the actual line is working to stop. Also, in terms of being straight, use the back of the chisel as you guide. It's like the base of the plane. The plane has that long base of the plane gives you a nice straight line. If I was to chisel this way, obviously, when it starts to split, it's going in past my line. So you always want to split it into the waist side. As you're doing this cut, keep in mind we got that screw in the end of the stem. So if you're using my chisel, avoid hitting this screw. Okay, now you can look right down that edge of that and look straight down the line. So the next thing we're going to do is follow down the center of the stem. And I think a knife is a good choice for that. So in this area over top the stem, we're not worried about getting both sides come together perfect because we'll be cutting a mortise into here to put the outside stem in. But from here on down, we want to keep that perfect. So we're just going to look at how we mark out the center line. So this is a handy tool, and you make it out of the box that your staples come in. One of the problems you're building without staples is you don't have the staple box, so you don't have this jig. But you could use cornflakes or whatever. It's one of those basic principle jigs where you can adapt it to a whole lot of different things where you need to transfer an accurate line from someplace you can't see up to where you can see it. So what we have here is this straight line. This will be right angles here, and enough slot that will slide in over. So we slide this in till this part of the jig lines up with our center line on this station form. And that's another reason why we were conscientious setting up the form bang on, because those become references all the way through. So when we can see that lined up there, then we know that this point is going to be directly above our line. So we look here, pretty darn close. Here's close. Down there, good. Good, good. So what I would say here is that now we can go and mark under the line to get us a very accurate line. So the idea is to slide your pen under the line, make a little mark, and then when the line should come back over it. You want that line directly under it. If you're worried about finding it again, just put a little tail on your mark like so. So we go along and mark all those, then we'll use the straight edge to join those.
We don't have the end done yet. We have 2 more to put up.
Well, you can keep going there and we'll get the rest of the crew going on the